Joe, thanks to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad
How
to
are
be
you?
here. Very, very good.
Tell us about you. How did you begin in comics?
I started comics professionally in 1993 when I went to San Diego Comic Con. It's a big con in the United States. And at the time, in '93, we had a lot of Image was a big comic book company that was emerging, and they were looking for talent. So they had a talent search, and that year I started submitting to all the different companies, and I decided none of them, got rejection letter after rejection letter, and I decided to go show my work at Comic Con, and was determined to get work there. So I went and I showed my work to different people, and one of the people I showed it to was David Wohl, who at the time was the editor in chief of Top Cow Comics, which was Mark Silvestri's company for Image. He liked it. He showed it to Mark. Mark liked it, and that's how I started.
Okay. What are your artistic inspirations?
One of the Todd McFarlane, I'm wearing his shirt. He's probably one of my biggest inspirations. Michael Golden, Arthur Adams, Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, Barry Windsor Smith. Drew Struzan, Mucha, Alphonse Mucha.
Could you introduce us to Lady Mechanica?
She is a, here we got, it's like she's a heroine that from the 1800s. It's the genre is steampunk.
Yeah.
She's a cyborg. She has mechanical arms and legs. She was the only known survivor of this madman's 3-year reign of terror. No one knows who he was, or no one knows who this person was. She's the only known survivor of his experiments, and she has no memory of who she was prior to her discovery. She was found in a facility of mechanical and biological parts, just kind of like almost Edward Scissorhands-ish. They found this young lady, with mechanical limbs, and she, as she's gotten older, she has been searching for her origins and searching for the man or the woman who created her. And in doing so, she's become like the premier private investigator of her time. So it's almost like a cyborg Lara Croft if she was Sherlock Holmes.
Okay.
It's
what are the advantages of being independent in comics?
You get to do whatever you want.
Yeah.
You have no, you don't have to be beholden to a story that the editor or the company wants you to do. You decide, I want to do this story. I want to draw an elephant, battling a gorilla. Okay, that's my prerogative. I have control over the stories that I do.
You don't miss the mainstream?
There is part of me that wishes that I would, work on some of the bigger names. Spider-Man, Batman.
Yeah.
I did Batman. I did. It would be nice to do X-Men, but the thing is, I'm nostalgic for the characters the way they were when I first started. If I was doing X-Men, I want to do the X-Men from 1989 and 90. I don't want to do the X-Men now. I don't care for the new X-Men. I don't care what they look like or who they are. I want to do, the way Wolverine was done by Mark Silvestri and Jim Lee and the X-Men then,
What is your look on the current comic book scene? Artists, writers?
Again, I'm primarily a artist. I follow the art, I enjoy a lot of my colleagues when they do their work. David Finch, J. Scott Campbell, even though he's not necessarily doing comics, he's still doing comic-related stuff. I like Lino Francis Yu. There's a lot of, Frank Quietly. The thing is, again, there's a lot of talented artists that I follow.
What do you think about European comics?
I'm not as well versed in them. Again, I only know artists. I know Milo Manara. I know.
For the girls?
Oh, of course. I discovered Milo when I first joined Homage Studios, which was Jim Lee, and he was one of the artists. They had books, and it's like, well, what's this? And it's like reading. It's like, whoa, Like, yeah, there's erotica, but it's really beautifully drawn.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Which advice would you give to a younger artists beginning in comics industry?
practice.
Practice.
Practice every day, every single day. It's like if you're passionate about it, you have to do it every day. You will get better. Again, don't focus on making money. Do it because you love it. If you do it because you love it, eventually, then at least you're doing it because you're passionate and love it. And if someone happens to give you money for doing what you do, it's like that's a bonus.
So we're gonna end this interview by a few rapid questions.
Okay.
You're an animal. Which one?
Wolf.
Wolf.
Wolf, wolf. Lobo.
It's the end of the world in 2 hours. What are you doing?
Spending it with someone I care about.
A movie. Which one?
Pulp Fiction.
You're a comic book character. Which one?
Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe.
Yeah, really. So this is the end.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
All right.
I think you have a lot of work to do
All right.
this afternoon.
All right. Bonjour, mon amis. If you want to learn more about Lady Mechanica and myself, go to joebenitez.com or look for me on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, maybe, or any place else, Instagram. I'm all over. So, yes. Au revoir.